Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another edition of the stoid podcast.
Davey's here as well. How we doing?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Your boy Justoid in the building. No guest today. In-house episode, in-team house episode. We're just here to ramble a little bit, Monday over here, even though we're dropping on Fridays. A little slow start to the week. Pretty cold outside, but we're back, baby. We're back weekly. Shout out AZW Worldwide on the edits. We're back in action, man.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about music and some of the new shit that's been coming out, new videos that have been speaking to us. Just, I don't know, things that make us, inspire us creatively, I guess. We're just gonna talk about that. So, yeah.
Well, I wanted to know how you currently felt about how things were going in music, I guess, and to kind of broaden that down, we'll say hip hop.
Okay. Well, it's interesting because I think, how do I think it's going as a whole? I think it depends on how you look at it. Because sometimes I look at stuff and I'm a hater, I won't lie. But then sometimes I look at things half full and I'm like, it could be a pretty cool future for hip hop. But I do get worried sometimes because, I mean, some of the shit that's coming out is very strange. But I don't know. I think if you kind of have to look at it like at glass half full, because there's a lot of good artists out there, but definitely a lot of artists that are just gonna come and go.
I feel like a lot of those people that are coming and we feel are gonna go, I feel like they're getting glazed.
Yeah.
Well, actually, like no disrespect, but I want to know what is all the hype or why people are, I guess, putting this Netspend kid on a throne.
I get it. I mean, I do understand.
I don't get why they're putting him on a throne. I mean,
yeah, I know.
If you get on Instagram,
did you see the video of him like where he flies in on the helicopter and shit?
Yeah, or like the pre-show things, and they're talking about all this aura or whatever,
Yeah, I mean,
and like I don't know, man. And then he goes out there and he's like, yeah, and he starts shaking his head. Like,
dude,
I old, Chet? Am I old? What am I not getting here?
You gotta look.
What am I not getting about this guy?
Look. I get where you're coming from, but that's where I'm saying like it depends on how you kind of look at the situation. Like it is kind of fucking cool, but like it's also not like our type of music.
But it's nothing new. Like you could say when we were 16 and the 25-year-olds are probably thinking the same shit about Lil Uzi Vert. Let's just get that
you're
across.
Probably right.
So let me make that clear. But what I'm not going to admit is
there's no comparison to Netspend and Uzi.
They're both fucking weird. They both dye their hair.
Yeah, but Uzi's
mumble rap.
But Uzi's
yeah.
It's a different type of thing. You know what I mean?
It's a watered down version at this point.
He's a real artist.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Netspend isn't. It's just like a different type of artist that we haven't seen before. And that's kind of like what's becoming normal now. Which is kind of cool because that means anyone can kind of carve their own little lane, dude. You know what I mean? But
where I will give them their respect, though, I've seen photos of Netspend 3-4 years ago doing music. I've seen, Ian producing stuff 3-4 years ago, and let's talk about Ian for a sec because I feel like when we first started doing this podcast is when he really started blowing up. And I had a lot of shit to say about him just because it reminded me of the kid that I was living with, Dom.
Really?
Yeah. They go hand in hand for some reason to me.
Did not know that.
But I just didn't respect him as an artist. And I thought it was going to be, like you said, one up, one down. But he's put out now, I think, since then, 2 albums.
To be honest with you, I never
I haven't listened to the albums.
We never even talked about it.
I haven't listened to the albums. I'm talking about what I've seen online or just, what's been shown to me from a performance standpoint. When I saw him at Summer Smash, I think it was, when did Chief Keef come? Last year? I think that was.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Ian came out last year at the end of Lil Yachty's set, and it was the most trash performance I've ever seen. He did his 2 poppin' songs, and then fast forward to now, he's doing a U.S. tour, right? And you're seeing clips online of him playing like Beethoven into one of his song intros and then performing it, or like fucking
That's pretty sick.
him singing live while he's playing the piano, or like just seeing other and having backup dancers or using live auto tune and knowing how to use it, and just like seeing that his team did put time and effort into that is cool to see. I was a hater. That's my 2 cents on Ian. I still don't listen to the music. Like, I'm not getting in my car. I don't have any Ian saved in my phone, right? But like, that's just me seeing it as a performer and giving my flowers to somebody who's put time into learning how to perform.
No, I get that. I never really paid attention to much of his stuff, but he seems to be like it seems to me like he's pretty in tune right now. Especially I see him with Yachty all the time. But yeah, what do you think about new Nav album?
I feel like it's a lot like that time Lil Yachty tried to do the alternative album, and it was all slow stuff to me.
No,
There's only one or two that on there that have a real like drum or like a kick pattern.
Dude, it's just like his old music. I'm telling you. Yes, dude.
Not at all.
It's an old Nav vibe. I love it, dude. Dude, he literally. That's Nav though. It's melodic, but
it was all like synths.
I know.
There was no drums or drops or.
Yeah, there were in certain songs. There were. Burbs is a great like example. Two. Yeah, there's not a ton with a lot of banging drums, but I think it's really good. I think the lyrics on it are amazing. I think the wordplay is really, really good.
What, is he sober now?
No, he's not sober, but he said, I watched an interview of him, and he said I kind of just traded it out for other things like mushrooms and smoking weed a little bit more. But he says like every now and then he'll still pour up, he'll still take an Adderall, he'll still do some Molly and shit. But like it's a lot different, he said. But on the album, he said his favorite song on the album that he made was called Need You, NXXDU. And he said the song is about ecstasy. And it's actually really, really, really good song. And you're right, it is slow, but I think if you're an actual Nav fan and you like production and that kind of in my feels stuff, it's great. New Nav album. I think it's really good. I like it a lot. Yeah. I thought the Playboy Cardi song was pretty funny. How he talks about I go deep voice just like Cardi. He has another song called Unlimited, where he kind of like spits in the beginning, and he's like, I want to spit something real quick or some shit in the beginning, and in the chorus he talks about how he has his girlfriend backstage doing whippets. I thought that was pretty good. But yeah, production on it, 10 out of 10. I liked it a lot. But yeah, what have you been listening to?
Like 2 or 3 songs off music by Cardi. But you see Trippie Redd talking shit about him, or like,
oh yeah, I saw that.
Subtweeting him, damn near.
I saw that online. Yeah,
98% of this is dick riding, 2% of it's talent.
Well, did you see the one thing this person commented? It was like Trippie was like, oh no, I'm thinking of Young Thugs. People were coming at Young Thug too, actually.
Why?
Because he was saying how he tweeted like, you're gonna have to beg me for new music. And somebody commented, like some social media person commented like, you not Cardi. But like, yeah. But no, I didn't see the shit with Trippie Redd though. I saw
this is just on a story.
He was Trippie Redd did a show. I think what was that show this weekend? Ultra Festival or whatever?
He was there?
Yeah, dude. And like they had
at an EDM festival.
Yes, bro. And they were like the DJ was like mixing his song. Like it was like I can't see a damn thing but the guap 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 guap. It was like shit like that, I swear. Yeah, this girl I went to high school with, she was there posting videos of it.
Shout out Trippie trying some other genre shit.
I'm sure he performed like normal stuff, but I saw him on stage for it with the EDM person.
Did you see Sia and what's his name, David Guetta or whatever? They did Titanium live for the first time.
No, I didn't. That's sick, though.
Song's old as fuck. They've never performed that live.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's an interesting story behind that song. I'm not sure. I would have to look it up, but there's a cool story behind how that song came together. I think it was like, let me Google it real quick, actually. Something about like when that song was first written, the chick that something about who wrote it, she didn't want to do it or something. Let me look.
I've heard something along the lines of this.
Titanium. Oh yeah. Okay, so that girl, Sia, she was just a songwriter. That was just supposed to be like a demo. Like she didn't want her voice to be out there. And then David Guetta just used it instead. And she was like really upset about it. And then when it came out, it fucking blew up. And that's why it was never performed. Because like she wasn't a performer. And she was like, why the fuck would you use I didn't give you a clearance to use that. You know what I mean? So like, but yeah, it's pretty interesting how that turned out for her. Dude, was I dreaming or did I see a thumbnail of Kanye West wearing a KKK outfit? Yeah. Okay. I haven't looked into it yet.
With Act. It was an interview, yeah.
I haven't looked into it yet.
He said, fuck Jim Jones. God. That nigga took a meeting and made $2 million off of me, and I ain't cut him off. As soon as that nigga told me to my face that he didn't know how to make a PDF, nigga, fuck you. That's what he said.
That's crazy. He's just doing anything, bro. Literally anything. He just starts killing people.
Bust down swastika. You see that?
No, I didn't see it. He busted.
Look up.
Oh, you sent me that on Instagram. That's right. I saw it. Yeah.
He said, think about how jewelry is spelled. Jew, my nigga. What the fuck? That's what he said.
Yeah, that's a good point. I gotta be careful. Oh, man. But yeah, dude. We're going to a concert on Friday. It's going to be fun. Skrilla. Shout out Kenzo.
6'7".
Shout out Kensington. If you know,
all right,
you know.
Take your polls down below. Is the Skrilla concert going to be all zombies, like Chicago hood rats, blocks with 30 clips in the air? Or is it going to be the white kids of Barrington coming out for the 6'7"? Bro, this bitch straight on that.
One thing I forgot to mention I wanted to touch on was in the Burbs music video with Nav. You watched it, right? Where he's in Mumbai. Dude, so he's with two guys in the video, and I was like, I didn't know who they were, so I read the comments, all Indian people, by the way. Hilarious. So I'm looking, and everyone's like, MC Stan, and what was the guy's name? AP Dillon, MC Stan. I looked this MC Stan guy up. Dude, this guy is spitting bars, bro. Listen to this. I don't understand what he's saying at all, but it's crazy. He was with
famous Indian rappers
in the music video. He's like with Indian superstars. Hindi Records presents. No idea what he's saying. Dude's like an Indian superstar. But yeah, pretty funny though. Missouri boy. Honest Dave. Hit after hit. TikTok man. But are
his TikToks going stupid right now?
No, that's how his songs blew up though. That's like how he got recognized, like was through TikTok. I mean, literally, like, remember you said to me a couple months ago, you were like, TikTok's the new SoundCloud. And that's like the realest shit ever. But like, yeah, like if you watch interviews with Honest Dave and stuff, he's just like, yeah, I was just like making songs and then they would blow up on TikTok. It's because they're catchy. You know, they're catchy folk songs. You know what I mean? With like a hip hop vibe to them where people are like, oh, this is cool. You know what I mean? but I like him because I like his lyrics a lot. I think he's literally one of the best songwriters out there right now, and he's nowhere near status that some of these songwriters are at. Honest Abe just came out with a song called "Living Wrong," and he used like he got like all the people in his hometown, and he just like made his hometown look put his hometown on the map basically. But it's a cool video. You would like it.
Comment down below who you want to see come do a show in Chicago.
That's a good point. The Summer Smash lineup. How you feel about the people that got some sets?
Back to the point, I'm old. I don't know half of them. I don't know half of those people. Like in the bottom half of the list, I know like 2 or 3 names per date.
Yeah, it is kind of funny how like all the big names are people that were the little names when we were kids. You know what I mean? I've never seen Future live.
It was all right. I think we expected like there to be dancers and like a whole stage crew thing, and like
he was just kind of like
he was out there with his hoodie up, his tie strap, and just kind of like did the songs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
Young Thug.
Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
I think we're gonna go Sunday, whether like if we get passes or not.
Yeah, well,
that we'll end up buying a Sunday if we don't fucking.
Because dude, Nav. It's literally
Tracy.
like Nav, Tracy, Yachty, Quavo, Herb, Miles.
They're going to talk about me.
Dude, I heard it. I just came across his YouTube like randomly the other day. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
He's trying to talk about me.
He was one about Martin Luther King.
Yeah, Martin Luther King had a dream. Yeah, it seems real memey this year. Like, they're like streamy even. Like Blackboy Max.
Yeah.
Miles. K3. Some little girl.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it kind of makes sense.
Dude, it's so... How is he going to get on stage?
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be stealing shit.
Dude, how is he about to get on stage and do that for real?
Oh, that's hilarious.
How is he about to go in front of 20, 30, 40,000 people and do that? That'll make a nigga hang up the towel right there. If that made it, I cannot make it on this fucking Summer Smash lineup to save my life. Letting Miles on that bitch. Why? Because Northwest likes him?
Yeah, is that...
That's why and that's why he's on that Bomb song.
What Bomb song?
Miles is a song with Kanye and Northwest. It's on Vultures.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know me. I'm the bomb.
I didn't know he was in that song. Why'd you
yeah.
So many?
I've rolled 5 joints in the last 20 minutes. What are you going to do about it? Well, I got work tomorrow. I'm going to smoke now.
There was this Republican congressman that suggested some children receiving free food for like school lunches should work at McDonald's instead. That's what his quote was.
They should go work at McDonald's instead of what?
Instead of receiving free school lunches. Like that should be their compensation. Dude, you know what I haven't actually watched in a while is I haven't been checking out Theo at all. I really haven't been checking.
He started dropping mid, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
After the election, he dropped like an inauguration one by himself. But then after that, he hasn't really had any guests where I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this.
I watched the one with my cousin, but I
didn't even watch that.
I watched that. I watched it. But I also watched his with Rogan. I thought that was a pretty good one.
Still up to date on Rogan, Caleb Hammer.
Bad Friends I haven't checked out.
Did
you see who was on Bad Friends?
Today?
Yeah.
Bart Simpson.
No, that's Lisa Gilroy. That's the girl.
Yeah, Bart Simpson.
I haven't watched it yet.
Isn't that her like famous?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Lisa Gilroy voices Bart Simpson.
What are you talking about?
She was doing a whole Bart Simpson impression. She's talking like him the whole time.
She's just stand-up comedian. She does impressions.
Dog, hold on.
Dude, she's like a Second City person, I think. She's an actress.
Voice actor.
She's not Bart. Yeah, you're losing it.
Nancy Cartwright. Bro, but if you listened back to Bad Friends today, you'll see this bitch sounds exactly like a Simpsons character.
She's funny as shit, dude. I'm telling you. I think she's funny. And I won't say that about a lot of females.
She was funny for a woman comic. No sexist shit. She was funny for a woman comic. But bro, about like halfway through it, I was like, all right, is this almost over? Because this chick's kind of grinding my gears.
She was getting you in. I can understand.
Kind of annoying, bro.
I can understand.
She was like just doing a little too much. She's just a little too much.
I think she's a good guest. Like on
too
things.
Quirky for me. I couldn't listen to her every day.
I think she's so funny. But I mean, I can understand why you wouldn't like her. She's like a Rick Glassman.
It's like a guy was sitting here and the whole time going, hey, oh, wow, wow,
I know.
Wow.
It's kind of funny though.
That's what I've had in my ear the whole time. I was like, and it's not like it wasn't a normal Bad Friends where it was like half them by themselves and then she shows up. This bitch was talking from the first second to the last, bro.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
The whole time was just.
Speaking of Bad Friends,
what the fuck, bro?
Dave Blunt's was on it, which I thought was pretty cool. So that was kind of dope.
No comment.
It kind of gave me a new perspective on him.
I leave the room when he comes up. Yep, run the ad. Boop. What's up, guys? Justoid here to talk about a brand new podcast ad. We got Dr. Gadget. Dr. Gadget's a phone and tablet repair store with 3 locations in the suburban area. You can head up there to get your screen fixed, battery replaced, tons of services, man. They offer all types of stuff for your phone. They got screen protectors, cases, new and used devices. So what are you waiting for, bro? Head up to Dr. Gadget today. Use code RMRP or Justoid to receive $20 off a service and a free screen protector today. Head over to rmrpent.com for all your Justoid news, upcoming announcements, next shows, and merchandise. We'll be shipping some summer flags. We'll be getting rid of these little rinky-dinky posters, and we'll be upgrading to flags. And I got a whole new RMRP design for this summer. So if you want to get in on that, make sure you stay up to date on the website for that and all of the new upcoming stuff. We got Twista April 19th at the Piazza in Aurora, Illinois. We'll also be hitting the road if you are in Paw Paw, Michigan, Kalamazoo, Michigan, or Hobart, Indiana. You can catch RMRP, more specifically me and DJ Sosa, live at the Hobart Arts Theater or at, I think it's called like Vineyard Gardens or something like that. We'll be doing these festivals with these older cats. Though more info on that later. Probably put the links down below. But you got anything for them, Dave? Where can they find you online?
Find me at Who Shot Davey on Instagram. Davey Not David for all your musical needs. I'm gonna start hopefully dropping music. It's been a while. I really want to start dropping some stuff. So yeah. Stay on the lookout. I got some shit I'm working on. So, yeah.
Hit that subscribe button, like, drop a comment, support the team. But for now, stay up, stay blessed, and stay safe. Peace.